Imagine yourself stranded 200 yards offshore, and the only thing that separates you from the rock you are stuck on and the beach is a giant, hungry, great white shark. That is the premise of The Shallows, directed by Collet-Serra, and which stars Blake Lively. And basically, that's the film. Is this woman is attacked by a shark, manages to find temporary sanctuary on a rock outcropping uh, that's about 200 yards from the beach, but this persistent shark will not leave the area now that it's found itself a food source. And the whole film is about her trying to figure out a way to either A, get back to the beach, or B, kill or maim this beast, hungry beast that's basically a killing machine that just it's always swimming, always keeps swimming. Um, I liked The Shallows for what it was. It was a pretty entertaining thriller, and it moves pretty fast for a short 90-minute film. But the thing that always is lurking in the back of my mind that always came up is that while I am not a marine biologist by any stretch, I have seen my fair share of documentaries in Shark Week to the point where I could always have a rudimentary understanding of great white shark behavior and what they can do and cannot do. I mean, it was Shark Week that pretty much rendered a lot of things that I saw in the Jaws films 1 through 4 that I'm like, yeah, I guess. I mean, beyond the fact that then almost all the movies, the sharks look fake, that sharks would not do that in those situations. While the shark in here is obviously CGI, the film fails to match the level of tension and suspense that I saw in such other films as Open Water or a film called The Reef, where it's kind of a similar situation where a woman her and her friends have to escape a killer great white shark that's hunting them, and that one features some fantastic editing and photography because it's a common trope now when dealing with underwater horrors that you have the surface of the water here and the camera's bobbing up and down. Like imagine I'm at the surface of the water, this is the water, and the camera's bobbing up and down, and then you kind of see this, but then when you dip below the water, you get just a tease of what's underneath. And in those films, you get to see the dip underwater, and I think it was in The Reef where it's dipping like this, and then it dipped, and there's a freaking great white shark right there. And they didn't use fake sharks. They actually used actual great white shark footage to amazing effect. And that made the movie even more real or more palatable and more intense. So what we get here is in The Shallows is a nice effort for a thriller that's obviously nowhere near as good as Jaws, but in the same vein. And it just doesn't have the level of tension you would hope. I mean, I don't know if that's because of my, like I said, I mentioned my excessive viewing of Shark Week, or just that the way the film is played out, especially by Blake Lively, who is good, but it's just you don't get the sense of that she's in a desperate do or die situation. You can not born to be innocent. Sorry, couldn't resist going there. But The Shallows is a decent film. It's pretty entertaining for what it was, and I mean, try not to, if you're like me, try not to think too much about the plot, especially in regards to the shark behavior, and just try to enjoy for what it is. So I would give The Shallows 3 stars out of 5. 3 stars out of 5 for The Shallows. It's a pretty entertaining, fairly entertaining, I should say, shark thriller, but still pales in comparison to other films that have achieved lesser success, unfortunately. So if you're a fan of shark movies, I would say, yeah, go check it out. So, 3 stars. If you like this review, hit that like button below. If you have you heard of The Shallows? What are your favorite shark films? What would you do in this given situation? How do you think you would get out of it? And please comment below and let me know. And if you haven't already subscribed to my channel, please do, so you can stay on top of my reviews as they come in. So until next time, stay out of the water.